I do not blame her one bit. The temperatures were in the single digits outside, and it takes a while to warm up. Number 1 Natrona at number 3 East, first quarter. Natrona wearing the black. Here's the one that everyone is trying to stop. Kaylee Johnson, Stanford bound. She's just getting started, and she has her team on the board first, leading 2-0. East was hanging around in the early going. Haley Heath will score a lay-in to counter the earlier basket, as she would tie this game up at 2 points apiece. The Phillies were spreading the love around and finding their opportunities. Sarah Jones sees 3 of them and just put enough on that shot to get it to drop in. The visitors move ahead 5-2. The Lady Thunderbirds would match them blow for blow. Kayla Cheney's going to step up and knock one down and gets nothing but net. No points for better style, but she got the 3. The score is evened up at 5. NC did have a size advantage in this game, and they would use it. 3 girls standing 6 feet or taller. Emily Robertson is one of them, and she proved my point. Her squad is back up 7-5. This next highlight was a key moment in the game. Rachel Erickson is going to do one better and strike for 3 of her own. This was the only time that last year's state runner-ups led in this game. They have an 8-7 advantage at this point. That lead was short-lived. Off of the miss, Johnson was in the right place to collect the offensive rebound and stick it back in for 2, as she would help her girls reclaim the advantage 9-8. Natrona remembered what happened last year and was taking steps to make sure it did not happen again. Robertson gets in for another 2 of her 10. She's just a 6'2 sophomore, so there's more room to grow. 11-8 is the score. Now Johnson had her moments, and she had her moments. Lost the ball, stole it back, then bounces an assist to Gabby Johnson, who will finish off the play. The Phillies would increase the score to 14-8. And this highlight was another important moment, but I'll explain why down the road. Rachel Erickson cans a jumper, and the home team is down 14-11. Remember that score. From that point on, NC took over, big time. Some fancy passing almost fooled the camera, but it did not elude Lexi Switzer, as she'll bury that long bomb to make this a 17-11 contest. The visitors were getting on their high horse and taking off with a plan. Kaylee Johnson, lay-in, beats the buzzer and won. A 16-point game for her, as Natrona was ahead 20-11 after the first 8 minutes. Second quarter, East could not do anything, while the opposition did everything. Switzer, alone in the corner, plenty of time, gets a friendly bounce and the 3. The lead is in double digits with the scoreboard showing 23-11. You can try to get in their face, but they'll just go over you. Robertson with a nice hook shot. Keep an eye on her down the road. Now it's 25-11. NC was in high stride, and there were no signs of them slowing down. Gabby Johnson drives, hoop, and the hack. She would get the extra 1. As for East, they only scored 1 point the entire quarter and found themselves on the wrong end of a 33-12 score going into the locker room. Third quarter, it got worse. One Johnson misses, but the other had the hustle to chase down the loose ball and score again. That is what Division I recruits do. 36-12 is the score. It was Johnson and Johnson time for a while. This time, Gabby will do the honors. She led all scores with 18 points. Visitors now have a commanding 38-12 lead. They were not done, and other players got in on the scoring act. Here's Robertson again. The Phillies were firing on all cylinders, now up 40-12. Here comes more. Kaylee Johnson got herself into major foul trouble last year. Not this time. She made up for it and then some. The lead is at 30. It's 42-12. This game got out of hand a long time ago, and we're almost done. Lauren Talbert was way ahead of everybody and scores with ease to polish off a 30-1 run. That is ridiculous. The score shows the visitors up 44-12. East needed something, anything. They were desperate. No field goals in 14 minutes plus. Cosette Stellum finally ends the drought, although her team is down big, 44-14. Contrary to what you might think, there was some defense. Rachel Erickson with the swat from behind. That was highlight worthy, but the fourth quarter was not, so we skipped it. Natrona won in a rout, 62-25.